Hello everyone, welcome to Splatoon 2 Live, if anyone's watching. It's just a little test to see how the audio and the picture's coming out. Been trying to do some test streams for the last couple of days, getting mixed results. Every once in a while it's really good, and then other times it's shockingly bad. So, here we go, we're on Rainmaker. On Team Pink. Using the Aerospray, which I didn't like that much on the last Splatoon game, to be honest, but been loving it on this. It's been a while since I played. Haven't played since the last Splatfest, so haven't seen the Splat Umbrella thing yet. Only just collecting my sea snails, so I was Team Mayo, which is the only team that people should have been on. The underdogs always seem to win the Splatfests. You know, even though Team Ketchup had the more votes, it was Team Mayo that ultimately won. You can see I'm already off to a shocking start with this. I think it's going to stay that way, to be honest. Like I said, I haven't played Splatoon for a while. Maybe ranked mode was a mistake going straight in at that, but it is what it is now. Also, I don't think I've got the right gun for this, to be honest, at the minute. Just cover this, try and stop people coming in. I'll get killed again in a second, it always happens. Oh, how did that miss him then? Oh, I suppose I deserve that one. So they've got the Rainmaker once again, and they're going to come round. I don't think I've even killed anyone yet. That's the thing about Splatoon, you know. Every time I put the game down, oh, they've won. I come back to it, and I've completely forgot how to play. And I'll lose the first, say, 5 matches, and then all of a sudden I come back on form. But looks like this is my turn to have a bad one. So last time I tried to play, I got off to a bad start, and that little rank bar actually cracked, which I'm glad it's gone now. But that wasn't very fun. I thought that was going to be a mark that was going to be on my profile for the rest of my life, which nobody wants that. It's because you've had a few bad games. So, hey Star Gamer, how you doing? So I'm having a few problems with the stream at the minute. Like I said, I'm not very good at this this whole streaming thing at the minute. Just testing out some equipment and that. Really should play the game. Teammates are going to be yelling at me. Oh, look at that. The yellow and blue's really cool together on this game. That's one thing I love about, always loved about Splatoon, is just how colourful it gets. And why is my stream keep going back to that? So I've got a few kinks to sort out. Keeps changing from this display, which is supposed to stay on, over to the other one, and I don't know why. So I haven't been any help to my team at all, so I apologise to these guys at the minute. But every time I click off the stream to look at what YouTube's doing, it keeps reverting back. So basically what I'll try and do on Rainmaker is I always try to go in front of where my team's going, so they get a clear path if they ever get the Rainmaker. But that's clearly not working at the minute. Come on. So we got pretty far then with the Rainmaker. Hopefully we can get it back in a second. There we go. Back on form a little bit. Yeah, that's my own fault. Shouldn't have stood that close to that. What level am I? I can't remember, to be honest. Like I say, it's been a while since I played Splatoon. I actually tried to get back into ARMS a little bit more because I felt like I'd brought that game and not got my money's worth out of it. So I've been playing the ranked on that. So I'm going to have to turn the stream off in a second to try and solve the problem with why the screen keeps changing. I have no idea why it keeps doing it. I haven't got any settings that are doing it or anything. And then I'll be back, but maybe not in ranked because it's not going too well for me at the minute. I'm just going to try and run this one to the base. Oh, that was close. That was a good run for a solo man run. Don't know where my team went then. So it's kind of strange how sometimes my stream's behaving and it stays on the screen it's supposed to, and then other times it's not. Like I said, this is really one of the first times I tried to stream. I did some Minecraft earlier, but the first time I've streamed Splatoon or anything kind of competitive. I've only just really got the capabilities to do it. I've been making YouTube videos for a while. I was doing animations and stuff before this. I've got the podcast accompanying these live streams, which I've just finished recording an episode. Actually, I'm up to episode 7. Is out there at the minute. Topic Nintendo podcast, but I've got a fair few recorded in the bank, so I've got up to about episode 15, I think. It's just an audio show at the minute. It's not on YouTube. Working on getting on that on there as well, but there's only so much one man can do until you've got the basics set up there, and then the rest can carry on. Yeah, I keep forgetting I'm playing Rainmaker as well. Sometimes I'm just going around trying to murder people. It's not really the way you should play Splatoon. Even on Turf War, you always find that there's a lot of people who will just go around trying to splat everyone, where really what you want to do is try and cover the turf. Obviously splatting people helps, it stops them, but oh, is it a solo run to the end? Yes, touchdown. That's how you do it. Yeah, should play ARMS. I think ARMS is getting overshadowed totally by Splatoon at the minute, which is a shame because ARMS is brilliant. But so, how do you feel about ARMS? Do you think it's going to end up being the new Splatoon? I don't feel it's quite there at the minute. You always hear about people doing that, about people thinking that, but I don't think it's quite there. Okay, so it's strange that my stream keeps flipping over to that other screen because it's not set up in that way at all. So I have no idea why it keeps doing that. There we go, it's just done it again. Maybe. This needs to go on top. There we go. So this is actually pushing my little laptop to the limit as well. I've got a 10-year-old laptop, so It was a good one, to be fair. Samsung make a good laptop. I didn't think much of it when I first had it. I just had an Acer before this, but yeah, I've got to give it to them. It's definitely done its time. Oh. I don't think I'm going to have as much success in this one as I did in the last match. I can already feel it coming on for some reason. Well, I'll let somebody else take the Rainmaker. We'll go and try and clear a path for people. Nope. Oh. There we go. Come on, we were almost there. Ah. We're so close. Well, at least if we just keep the opponent at bay now, we're going to win. They don't need to get any closer. So I think everybody's in the same mindset with the Switch at the minute. I think everybody's really enjoying it. Obviously, it's got a few little issues here and there. You know, the voice chat seems to be one of the biggest things on people's list. The app's not too bad, in all fairness. It's just the voice chat that's lacking a little bit. I totally understand everyone's complaints, but it is the first attempt so far. That can get better, and the app can be upgraded. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens. But I hope they start putting stuff like Mario Kart 8 into the app and ARMS. You know, I know it'd be a little bit odd if you're playing with the Joy-Cons, but I'm sure it can happen. Oh, so like a sumo wrestling match where you just literally push your opponent out of the arena. That sounds cool. Yeah, I played another game like that at one point. I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. It was on the I think it was on the N64. But yeah, I mean, ARMS has got the opportunity to have a lot more modes on it. I mean, at the moment, I'd say it's pretty bare bones, but yeah, there's definitely room for improvement. You know, we could see new modes and all that sort of stuff coming on. Definitely. So, what do you think? What else would you like to see from it? Just having a look at some more of my streaming settings here. I have no idea still why it's changing. I'll have to have a look at that. I know it's probably cutting out the audio as well. Yeah. I'd just like to see some more inventive levels on ARMS. I think that the levels we've got at the moment are okay. Nothing wrong with them, but you know, other fighting games and other shooting games and all that sort of stuff, they've got more inventive levels, especially racers. So I think ARMS could benefit from that a little bit. I think the levels that we've got so far in Splatoon are amazing. I think when the DLC starts hitting as well, a bit later on, and we start getting level updates, I think that we're going to see some amazing levels. I know that in Splatoon 1, towards the end of its life, was where the best levels came out then. So there's a lot of opportunity for those levels to come back as well. Obviously, we've only really seen weapons at the minute. You know, the only other level we really saw was the one for the Shifty Station, was it called? The Splatfest one. So, you know, that was cool in itself, and definitely something new. So, hopefully they carry on with the creative route for them and bring a few more things in, because even though these levels are pretty cool, they kind of feel a little bit too similar to Splatoon 1 in my opinion. I know that really it's working, so it doesn't need to be fixed. But I would like to see something a little bit different. Oh, this guy. So, neither of us are going for the Rainmaker at the minute, which is surprising. Here we go. Now this is time. We'll get in there, I'm sure. Oh, really? Right there. Ah, maybe it's a mistake not going for the Rainmaker then. So I'm actually doing a bit better faster than I thought I would. I thought I was going to have a string of bad luck for the first few matches, but it hasn't been too bad. We're winning easily at the minute. I know that could change in Splatoon, you know. It only takes your team to fumble a little bit and you'll end up losing your lead. Oh, I hate it when you get behind a wall and the camera goes first person. Ooh. You see, this is it now. This could be the mistake. I've got the opportunity to bring this match right back. Nope. They failed. Oh dear. Just carries on getting worse. Hopefully our team can push it back. You know, we were playing really well towards the start. I think it's just because of the amount of ground they've inked at the minute compared to us. I think we're bothering way too much on the actual Rainmaker itself, where we should be covering the ground around it. Oh, they're all there in a vengeance. No. In all fairness, they're bringing it back really well. You know, they're getting closer and closer. They've done it. Oh, that was way too close. Way too close. Right, I'll have that. Just trying to get it away from our base as much as possible, but this is a really tight match. I don't think I've had one this close in ages. So I'm using the aerospray now. I know a lot of people are using the aerospray at the minute. It's easily understandable why. I mean, it's got a wide spread on it and a really fast fire rate. I tried the NZAP. People always recommend the NZAP to me, to people who are using the aerospray, but I really like the NZAP. Not really sure why, because it is an incredibly similar gun, but I just never quite took to it. I actually normally play a heavy splat link, which is really good for rank mode. Actually, a lot of people don't use those sort of weapons. You know, a lot of people go for the lighter sort of things, but you can basically make clearings with it. You can get the enemy out of the way and make a path ready for your team. So that's why I like that weapon really. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a bit. I'm trying to play it as differently to Splatoon 1 as I can. So I have tried out a few of the other weapons. I've tried the chargers, but they're not really my style. They're a little bit too slow for me. Yeah, the splatter shot is a good all rounder. Used it a couple of times. Again, it's a gun that wow, 25 kills. Somebody was a murderer on our team. Oh, there we go. There's a little crack back again. That thing's going to annoy me now until I go up a rank. The splatter. I still know people who use a splatter shot junior, which is surprising because you know it's the gun that you get to start with. And people can't wait to normally, you know, ditch the first gun and get onto some of the later ones. But I quite like the longer range guns, just because it's an advantage. But the problem is like that sort of match that I've just had then, when the enemy's pushing you further and further to your base that they become almost useless sometimes. Um, I quite like the dualies, but yeah, I just had a losing spree with them, so I kind of fell out with them after that. Really, yeah, it's the people who are trying to stream that you should watch out for. I'm paying way too much attention to why that border keeps changing to than the actual match itself. There we go, straight in with the bomb, trying to keep them away. Maybe it was a mistake, sacrifice myself. Well, it's still there, so I can always try again. That's the reason I also like the aerospray. I really like the suction bombs. Um, you know, you got all sorts of tactics with them. You either throw them around a wall as you're hiding and get unsuspected enemies, or throw it behind them while you shoot them from the front. Try and so if they push back, they end up getting splatted. But yeah, I haven't really took to many of the other secondary weapons. I'm not a fan of the normal splat grenade thing. Never really seems to do much damage with it. That's why I don't really use that. Wow, our team just hasn't turfed anything, so that was inevitable. I think we're doomed from the get go here, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. And that's something I never spotted in the first game. Was there always pigeons and always birds just hanging around in the map? Oh, this could end very bad. Yeah, here we am again, just settling down. Yeah, as I said, this match isn't going to go too well for us. It's not at the minute. I can't see it getting any better. Try and take this and just run. Oh dear. That was one guy then. That's the thing with Splatoon, you know, you do get the occasional superhero who can take an entire team out on themselves and just run with it. And on Rainmaker, you know, those are the most deadly people. They just run away with the entire game. Boom. And that's why I love the suction cup so much. Yeah. Really keeping the opponent's team at bay now, but we need our team to just run at it now. Ah. Oh. Well, we've taken the lead. Let's just hope they don't bring it back now. You know, we've covered a lot of turf now, but there's still spots like this still open. Ah, I shouldn't have got that close. That's the thing sometimes, you know, you just think about trying to pop that bubble with the Rainmaker in and it's just a mistake. Sometimes it's best to just hang back. So here come their team, look, barging through, trying to just get to the Rainmaker. And that's why normally I'll go just a little bit ahead of where the Rainmaker is to try and keep them back. Unsuccessful this time, I think. Oh no, we've got it again. Ooh, double splat. And that's just everybody's got 3 slot skills as well. I've still only got 2 on the majority of my gear. What are you doing? Going this way? Go back the other way. those are a good special, but yeah, unfortunately, just leave you a little bit too open to attack, as you've just seen. Oh dear. Oh no. Well, I should have seen that coming anyway. I was way too close to their base. Oh no, this could be dangerous now if they go into overtime. No, and that's us one. And with that, I'm going to leave this live stream for now and try and sort out the issues I'm having with the displays keep switching over between my multiple frames. But thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. Maybe I'll be back later in the week, or maybe tomorrow, but I haven't got a schedule at the minute. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you around. Bye.